Well, hey, y'all.
Hey.
Welcome back to The Quest. And this week, Backcountry Couples episode number
on.
8.
8.
Is that 8?
It is 8.
Are you
yeah,
sure?
It is 100%. I got 8 right here.
Oh, yep.
The note says 8, so it's number 8.
Says 8. Right. Oh, you can't see it. It's green screen and it's yellow paper. Go figure.
I know. It's my little sticky note. So, yay! Happy pre-Friday, everybody. Happy Thursday. Lots of fun stuff. We'll cheers you on that. Cheers, honey.
Look, you can almost see through your beer.
As I spit my beer out. Anyways, yay. So welcome, everybody.
Yes.
We got a few people in the house.
Mm-hmm.
We got Doc is here. So hey, Doc.
Our guests are in the chat.
Oh, that's good to know.
Hello.
Husband and wife outdoor life.
Yes.
We got Dustin.
Laura's here.
Hey,
Laura. Pamela's here.
We got Laura Rose Bates. Hey, Laura. I think you might be Ashley's sister, but I'm not sure. Corey's here from Waterboard. Hey, hon, how are you? Sean, hey, Pamela, welcome. We have some first timers in the house, I think.
Right.
I don't know
for
some
you
of those
first timers, hit that little subscribe button right down there and knock that little bell.
Oh my, knock it. All right. Jeremiah said kick it today on his thing.
Oh yeah, that was a good video.
That was really good.
Yeah, Jeremiah Stringer, his latest we had 10 hacks.
Yeah, I think so. It was pretty good though.
There were some good ones.
It was really good. Who else we got here? Mark is in the house. Hey, Backcountry Paddler.
Hello,
awesome.
Mark.
Oh, see, I was right. Laura was is Ashley's sister. So I was right on that. So
you're just smarty pants.
Sometimes I'm smarty pants.
I'm not ignoring anybody. I'm just talking in the chat.
You got the chat going on. We got a Christy here. Hey, this is fun.
Hello, Christy.
I know, right?
All right.
Welcome.
Yes.
Welcome to Backcountry Couples. Oh, what do we have here? Doc. Yeah, you're right. There was some good tips from Jeremiah. We were just chatting in the green room with our guests, and we like that little
that fuel to fuel thing.
Yeah. So John actually has it on the list right now.
Oh yeah.
He's ordering it.
This show's over. You know where I'm going.
Amazon. I know. So cool.
All right.
Backcountry Couples, episode 8. Kind of awesome. No, not kind of.
It is.
It is awesome. I just can't believe it. And we're just talking about Backcountry Couples. So we have started this weekly show, episode 8. And
you said that.
I know. But it's going to be up there, which is really, really cool. And we have had some amazing people reach out to us and said, hey, we are a backcountry couple, or hey, we know a backcountry couple. And what they did was they said, hey, they reached out on Gmail, which is our keelquest@gmail.com, and just kind of shot us a little email, and they have said that they are interested. So we have some really cool people coming up in the next few weeks, which is kind of fun. And we do.
Okay.
We really do.
Are you sure?
100%. I'm
not
sure.
1,000%?
100%.
Oh, so it's not 1,000?
That's like this much. It's 100%. Anyways, so, but like every week, we wanted to say that you can connect with us, right? So on Gmail, you can reach out to us on Instagram. So we are KeelQuest on Instagram. We also have our Subaru build.
Yep, Jack.
Yep, for John and Colleen Keel. Go figure.
My idea.
I know, I love it. I absolutely love it.
Yes.
But anyways, yeah. So, and we hope you like what you see and what you have been watching. And if you do, subscribe.
Yes.
Right? I know. Hit the button, hit the thumbs up, all that fun stuff.
If my finger could go through the screen.
I know.
It would be like,
I know.
Ding, ding, ding.
And not only just us, we have a lot of people that are in the chat that are same thing. Really great channels, really good friends. Make sure you check them out.
Yes.
Of course, when our
content's
guests,
awesome.
When our guests pop up, same thing. We're going to obviously chat about their channel and Instagram and all their fun stuff. The other thing we need to talk about is that we are...
no saying the S word in the chat.
Right. And that's not the swear word. It's kind of a YouTube swear word.
Yeah.
But it's fine. I always say you want to pick somebody up. That's what we always say. So
make friends.
That's right. Right.
We're making
So,
friends.
but the other thing we have to talk about is our wonderful people, Patrick and his team. Over there.
Right there.
From Mickwick, all natural fire starters. They are thebomb.com. They are amazing. They go check out their website. We love their products. They're all natural, like we said before.
Natural.
Yes, they are. Oh, look at you talking French.
Oh, don't get me started.
And not even just that, they're lightweight for backpacking. That is my thing that I love about them. And they're on Instagram too. So have a minute, go pop over, check out Patrick and his team at Mickwick All Natural Fire Starters. And we thank you for them for being a little sponsor.
Which they put together these custom little starter packs for all of our guests.
Yeah, so it's like a little thank you.
Exactly. And they come with you get 3 starters in there. One is red, white, and blue for USA. One is red, white, and red for Canada.
Whoop, whoop. Oh, Canada.
And then another one, an extra one.
Yep.
But colors don't mean anything.
No,
they all work the same.
They're just all like fancy and stuff like that.
Fancy.
They are. So then the other thing is that check them out. You can always use we have a code too. So we have a KeelQuest code, and that gives you 15% off. So
yes,
you get opportunity.
It's a heck of a deal.
It is.
Yeah, I mean, some people say, "Oh, you get 5%, 10%." Hell no, we get 15%.
Yeah, we do. Yeah, it's pretty good for sure. I don't know why I feel like I'm really wiggly. Anyways, I'll stop being wiggly. So yeah, super excited. Couple little rules
try
though.
Going to sleep at night. That doesn't happen. It's like I could have a king size bed, and it would.
Anyways,
never mind.
Exactly. No, stop it. Anyways, so
I'm right.
That's right. I'm excited.
Okay, well,
a couple of rules though.
Now what?
You just talk about with the people in the chat, honey, because we have some new people. We want to make sure they know how to address a question, because I feel like it's going to be a really big question.
Come on, I'm excited. I want to get the chat going.
Go. You talk about our little rules.
What rules?
The question rules. Capital letters.
Oh, that rules.
Yeah, do it.
That's not a rule.
Yeah, it is.
That's not a rule.
Kinda.
Not even.
Go.
If y'all have a question, capital letters in the chat. Say question, and then put your question in. And if it's not in correlation to what we're already going to be talking about, I will post it up for our guests to see and answer your question.
Right.
Of course, we took that from our good friend Dennis over at Canoe Hunt Adventures.
Thanks, Dennis.
Check his channel out.
Yeah, we love him. And if we get into a little kind of spot, there's always more. If we get into a little spot in the show too, John will pop the link in the chat. And
if you'd
hopefully
like to join us live.
Yeah, and if you want to maybe ask your question live, you can we'll be able to see when you click the link, and you can come and ask our guests their questions live. So should we get into it?
All right.
All right, I'm so excited. Are you ready? I am really excited. So this husband and wife, not the Jeopardy thing, get out of here. This husband and wife team, hail
to the victors
from our great state of Michigan. They started their YouTube channel about 6 years ago, videoing their trips and their how-tos and their passion for gear. Tonight we're chatting hiking, backpacking, camping, canoeing, fishing, and everything outdoors. And when we were looking through all of their videos and stuff like that, there's one comment that stood out. So the comment was one of the people that said, Ashley and Matt are rock stars at hiking and camping trips. I might be biased because I work with Ashley, and Matt is my bourbon drinking buddy. So we'll cheers to that. So let's welcome husband and wife outdoor life, Matt and Ashley.
Hey guys.
Hi.
Hey.
Cheers.
That was awesome. Did you like that hail?
Go green, baby.
I love it. So just a quick thing for everybody. I've only been in the US, right, for 4 years, and kind of crazy. So I always thought when I moved over here, everybody was going to be like, oh, you're going to talk about, politics and healthcare or whatever. No, people, are you blue or are you green? That's it. That's what everybody wants to know.
Yeah.
And then when we know that obviously you guys were, Spartan alum, we were like, oh yeah, we're doing the Michigan today.
Yeah, right.
Awesome. So welcome. This is so exciting.
Yeah, thanks for having
It's great
us.
to be here.
Absolutely. I was like pumped to have you guys on. Like I said, I'm shocked that we haven't had a chance to meet you before, but I feel like that'll happen for sure.
Sure.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
Yeah, for sure.
Absolutely.
So just a quick thing, just to get started, just tell us a little bit about you guys and your love of the outdoors and
Yeah.
Yeah.
tell
and
us
all that
something
fun
about
stuff.
husband and wife outdoor life.
Well, we met at Michigan State.
And
So we both went to college there, and we met through some mutual friends, and both Matt and I got into hiking and camping and whatnot from our families. So we both grew up doing it. So it just made sense that once we met each other, we just started going together.
Yeah. Ultralight though was a lot of her, like when I was a kid, camping for me was either going on family vacations or going with Boy Scouts with my dad. And so Boy Scouts, it's like giant Dutch oven meals meant to feed like 30 annoying kids or big canvas tents for 2 people. So the idea of doing ultralight and like staying multiple nights and not just a weekend, go home, shower, be clean again, it was a little different, but it's been a lot of fun and I've enjoyed it.
I love that.
That's
Yeah.
awesome.
It is awesome.
Yeah.
So you were saying actually how you guys we both kind of grew up, kind of going outdoors or whatever. And I know that it's not even just, the hiking and the backpacking. It really is like outdoorsy stuff like fishing and the hunting.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Boating.
My family has been into everything: boats, fishing, hunting, everything outdoors you can imagine. We've probably done it, and I just grew up doing it even as a really, really young kid. So yeah, it just was natural to keep doing it. And to drag Matt along on a few death marches.
No.
Okay. No, that's really cool. But Matt, did you hunt and fish when you were like growing up and stuff too, or not really?
Fishing, yes. Hunting, no. I got a little bit too much ADHD to pull off hunting. A lot of sitting around hoping something exciting happens. But fishing, canoeing, did a lot of weekend trips and vacations and things with my family too. So
Right.
a little bit of that. It just went to a different level when she and I started.
Okay. I love that.
Yeah.
Were you guys both experienced, do you think, in the same things though? Like I know how Ashley was saying how you grew up kind of the fishing, all that kind of stuff, but you with Matt, that fishing, like you did the same kind of fishing, do you know what I mean? Or were you just like were you like
I think so. I mean, for the most part, I think everybody does like a little pan fishing. We both grew up doing that, but my dad was huge and still is into walleye fishing and trolling. So I remember one of the first trips Matt took with us on our boat. We went walleye fishing, and Matt brings this fishing pole, like Zebco rod from
my closed
like
reel Zebco
1995, and I'm thinking, oh my God, what is Dad gonna think of this? This guy that I'm bringing on his boat. But Matt ended up catching the only walleye of the trip on this terrible fishing pole, and it was hilarious.
That is awesome. I love that.
Yeah.
And you probably tell that story at dinner every once in a while, right?
Yeah.
Remember when?
Yeah,
because she tried to convince me I didn't even have a fish. She's just like, oh, it's a bush, and I waited and like rod bent again. I'm like, it's a fish.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, he's like reeling it in, and the fish comes up to the back of the boat, and my dad had the net, and he's like, oh my God, it is a fish.
I love it.
Too funny.
I know, right? I love that too. So I always like to say how I found you guys. So we obviously love the same stuff as you do.
Mm-hmm.
And when we were like looking for trips to do or just kind of advice and stuff like that, we found you guys. So I think I found you probably a couple of years ago easily. And you had done a few of the loops and stuff like that for hiking. And obviously you were doing you did the Isle Royale trip. So the first one that I completely saw,
that was 2017,
I think it was. And that's what so then last year we were looking at doing that as our big trip. So I was like totally researching like everything, all that kind of fun stuff. Pardon me. And then it didn't happen because we did the Porcupine Mountains last year.
Oh, which is awesome.
It was totally beautiful too.
Yeah.
But yeah,
definitely gotta go back.
Yeah, for sure. So I feel like you take these like epic trips all the time. Like you guys did the REI trip.
Yes.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So I mean, you go to the REI store, you go like to the back, and you see, oh, there's Machu Picchu. Oh, here there's whatever. Well, then you see the single, like there's a little pamphlet on like Mont Blanc. Like, come on.
Mm-hmm.
And you were like, that's it. You said we're doing it.
Yeah, we really wanted to do just something super epic, and Matt wanted to go back to Europe. He had been to Europe before. I've never been, and we thought we were gonna kind of plan this trip by ourselves, and we had all these like grand ideas. And I remember telling Matt, I want to hit this place, and this place, and he like worked on it for like what?
From like Paris to Poland, and with how many days we had on vacation, it's like, so the good news is we can go from Paris to Poland. The bad news is we're on a train 2/3 of the time. So we're like, why don't we look at this?
So I was like, let's find somebody else that already has a trip planned. And I stumbled on REI. That trip looked awesome. And I was like, this is going to be epic. And we went and did it. And it was everything we imagined. It was awesome.
I mean, it looked incredible.
So do you have like a guide?
Yeah. So Vom and Patricia there was 2 guides. It was a pretty large group. I think, what was there, like 10 of us maybe? And we did 100 miles around Mont Blanc. So we went through France, Italy, and Switzerland on foot, which is really cool.
Wow.
So, you can do that.
And how long did that take you to do 100 miles?
It was a 10-day trip. I think the actual Mont Blanc circuit was 8 days.
Mm-hmm.
So you're averaging roughly 10, 11 miles a day.
Yeah, a little over 10 miles a day, yeah. And some pretty significant elevation change compared to Michigan.
Biggest day I want to say was like 7,000 up, 4,000 feet down.
I'd have to look at my notes. I took a notebook with me, and I was kind of jotting down our elevation profiles for the days.
That's a good idea.
Because it was really cool. And there was one day we didn't actually hike up, but it was at the very end of our trip, and we hit like 12,000 feet, and it was like neither of us had ever been that high. So it was really, really interesting. It's a different feeling up here.
I know.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, that was a fun trip. We had a great time. It was a little hard on the knees, though. Not gonna lie.
I bet. Yeah. So, did you train for it? Like you knew that you were going to the mountains?
we said we were going to. We put a lot of thought into it.
Not adequate.
Not enough. And I think part of that is it's difficult to train for something like that in Michigan. So we did a lot of hiking in preparation for it, but like doing the trails around here, just they don't compare. So
no elevation for sure.
Yeah. So we did some nights on the treadmills and stuff, but I think if I was to do it again, I was telling somebody else this, that I would do like the Stairmaster for like 2 months, just,
Okay.
Yeah.
I've actually heard of that before, that people say that even if you're gonna practice for your through hike, is the Stairmaster is like the way to go
just solely for your knees.
Yeah.
I think we got through the trip fine, like endurance wise, you know, and we weren't carrying heavy packs or anything, so that made life easy. But as far as like elevation gain, that was just the toughest part. Was our knees.
Was there camping there, or was it just you guys were just doing day hikes though, right?
You can camp. The way REI sets it up is that each day you start with a day pack. So you carry all your water, your food, and what you'd need for that day, like raincoat, stuff like that. And then at the end of your hike, they'll have your actual luggage there waiting for you. And we stayed in different hostels, a couple, what do they call them? Auberges.
And then some actual hotels.
And then a couple actual hotels like sprinkled in. So sometimes it was like a really nice fancy hotel, and sometimes it was like this little mountain hut that you shared with like 40 other people.
The refugees.
Yeah. So, but the luggage kind of followed us as we went. So they had a van driver that would just bring everything. So that made life easy. I mean, you were just carrying a day pack. Yeah.
I know. I feel like it's a no-brainer. Right? But do you feel you could?
So so at the end of each hike or each day, it's like boom, you got a nice fresh shower and
which is nice. That is true.
It's like you're starting the next day off.
Yeah. Do you feel like you could plan a trip now like that overseas yourselves?
I feel like we could now. Yeah. Being a little bit more experienced, and I think we could now. But it was very intimidating.
Yeah, with something like that, like a singular route or like one mountain range or something. Right. Like we were trying to do the whole tourist thing in multiple countries.
I know. It's hard to do it in the U.S., let alone in a foreign country.
Yeah, it really is.
Yeah. It really is. Because like you said, you want to do everything all at once. Yeah, we did an epic trip out west, and we did 10 states in 14 days, and it was like nonstop craziness. So I get it.
I know. I need
Yeah.
another vacation after,
After
coming
vacation,
back.
you're exhausted,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, that's a pro tip right there.
Yeah.
Always take like 2 days extra after
Yes.
your trip. Like we do that with
Agreed.
Isle Royal. Yeah, sorry to my coworkers that are listening. We always do that. So we take like a couple days for the trip, and then like there's always 2 days after where I'm actually home, but I just need to like, you know,
You got to buffer that.
get back into it.
That's awesome. So being in Michigan, there's so much stuff here. Like there is so much to do here.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? And we always see, like, when we're driving, we always see so many like out-of-state plates all the time because everybody comes to Michigan, right?
Yeah.
Not even just the UP, but like the lower, you know, peninsula. I would say the lower UP, but the lower peninsula is what I'm gonna say. Do you have a favorite spot?
Well, I think it's obvious if you look at our channel, what one of our favorites is Isle Royal, but
Right.
you know,
Yeah.
I don't know. Like aside from Isle Royal, I just really like the UP.
Uh-huh.
I don't know about what do you think?
Isle Royal is one of my favorites, but it's an event. I would say that for the long hikes. For the short hikes, I just have an affinity for the Potawatomi and the Waterloo trails because that was our first one where we're actually trying to be. I wouldn't say we were ultra light then or even lightweight, but lighter.
Gotcha.
And we've gone back multiple times. We've tried different routes within it. Like, so for me, I think that's just some nostalgia.
It was a little nostalgia, yeah.
Okay.
It's not like super wildernessy or anything. It's
Right.
It's in Pinckney, Michigan, if you know where that is. But,
Yeah, it's the Pinckney Waterloo Trail, right?
Yeah. So
yeah.
it was. I think that was our first backpacking trip together as a married couple. So,
Okay.
Yeah.
But I mean, you just didn't start getting ultralight stuff. Like didn't you just buy? No.
It was our gear has been a progression over many years since 2014. Yeah.
Right, for sure. Because I mean, there's no way you can start ultralight.
No, we definitely started a lot heavier.
$1,000 million. That's crazy.
Yeah, we couldn't afford that.
I know, right?
It's tiny little upgrades as we went, you know, and you guys know this. You take a trip and you figure out what you didn't use and what's what stayed in your pack the whole time. You never pulled it out, you know, aside from like a first aid kit or something like that.
Right.
You know,
right.
But,
obviously.
Yeah. So you start cutting that sort of erroneous stuff, and next thing you know, you're cutting weight just by taking or not taking things that you don't need. You know, especially clothing. We definitely overpacked on clothing.
I know. Our same thing. I'm like, come on. Now I'm like, no. You get
now I know better. Yeah.
Girl, 2 t-shirts, that's it. You know what I mean? Like, no.
Yeah, we're very firm on the one hiking set of clothing.
Yeah.
One sleeping set of clothing. And even for our 10-day trip, that's what we did. One hiking, one sleeping. The only exception to that is underwear and socks.
Right. Yeah, you gotta swap out your socks.
Yeah.
Although I think I don't know which video it was. I think maybe it was your last trip to Isle Royal, the one that's published.
Yeah.
When Matt, you wore Ashley's socks. I think.
Yeah. Yes.
Right.
Oh yes.
Yeah,
you stretched them out.
And this last trip I brought extra because I did. My feet were cold. I slept cold.
Yep.
That was the one time it burned me a little bit.
Yep.
Right.
And our most recent trip, which is not out yet, he did bring an extra pair this time.
Good. You learned your lesson.
I did.
Because we just got the Injinji socks, like the toe socks. Yeah. So there wouldn't be doing that, Matt. Sorry. Squeezing your little feet in the toe thing. Right?
Yeah, he's like what, a size 12, 13?
Yeah, just
I'm
make
like,
it work.
No. That would be a little video for sure, right? That's so crazy. We have some questions already. I mean, I have a ton of questions, but people are asking stuff for the chat here.
Okay.
So tents or hammocks?
Oh, tents. For backpacking, let's clarify. For backpacking, absolutely. We're tent dwellers. You can actually see it behind me. That's the triplex right there.
Okay.
So we started with a Kelty Grand Mesa, which has a front entry. It's a 2-person. And we were like this in it, basically, you know, like there was no room for activities. But
Like playing cards, you mean, right?
Yeah.
I'm like, we got to do the
Step
Step Brothers all the way.
Step Brothers.
All right.
But and then we changed to the Big Agnes Copper Spur.
Yep.
Yeah, and that was a 3-person. So now we're living in luxury, right? We've got all this space, all this room, 2 side entry doors. It was awesome. And then somehow I stumbled across Z-Packs. I don't even remember whose channel I saw it on, and convinced Matt that it was a very good idea to spend a whole lot of money to save a couple pounds. And fortunately he agreed. And so now we have the triplex, which is a similar size footprint as the Big Agnes, but so much smaller. We actually have a video on that on our channel, but the space is the same, but the space it takes in the pack is much smaller.
For sure. How much does that one weigh?
Oh gosh, I'd have to look, but it's in ounces. It's
I know.
I'd have to look.
I want to say it saved 2.
It saved at least 2 pounds.
Yeah.
Oh, I believe it.
And the space it compacts so much more.
But,
I agree, because we just got the 6 Moons.
Okay. Yep.
Lunar
Yep. That's a good tent.
Yep.
And that's weighs in 45 ounces too. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Come on.
I can look and see if I can find it. But the triplex was a huge upgrade for us. That definitely changed the game for sure.
Right. And I mean, and John is the tent carrier. So it was, obviously, a couple pounds shaved on for you for carrying. Yeah.
But to go back to the question though, hammocks. We don't carry hammocks on our backpacking trips.
When we glamp.
But when we glamp, they
come.
Oh
right.
Yes.
That's easy. Have you ever done the hammocks at all though? I don't even want to. I want to try it, but
no.
I know.
I've never done it. I don't know.
I just like sleeping like this.
I'm a side
you don't
sleeper.
Even sleep there. What are you talking about? You're on the other side of Sean. She's all curled up and she's rolled over that way.
That's possible. Yeah. And I am a side sleeper too. That is true.
Yeah. That's probably the biggest turnoff for me is I'm a side sleeper.
I know.
So Dustin's got a question here.
He does?
Canoe or hike camping what's your favorite?
I mean, I love backpacking. That's probably going to be my favorite, but I will say that canoe camping is a ton of fun.
I think I enjoy it more. We just haven't done it as much because it's logistically more challenging.
We actually, in 2020, were planning on going to Algonquin.
Yeah.
And we were going to do a canoe trip. I had some rough plans. I ordered all the maps, Jeff's maps and Unlossify. I have that one.
Yeah.
Yep. So we had some routes kind of picked out, but you guys know what happened in 2020 and now the borders are closed. And so that's a trip that's in the bank, that's coming, but we haven't done it yet.
Yeah, that's awesome. Do you know what your route was? Do you remember?
Oh gosh, I'd have to look. I think it starts with an O. It's a long name.
Opeongo.
Yeah. It started there and it just went from there.
That's a big lake to cross too.
Yeah.
That's awesome. So were you guys going to take your own canoe or were you going to go through an outfitter?
Our canoe is not built for portaging.
Okay, so you're not portaging.
You got a big 80-pounder then.
It's a big one. It's a Grumman sport boat. So it's actually made for duck hunting. So it has some additions on it that are a lot heavier. So we definitely wouldn't bring that, but I think we would just rent one.
Right. So did you already talk to an outfitter at all when you were looking into it or?
No, I mean, I did some research on Algonquin Outfitters, their website and a couple other outfitters down there, but I hadn't made any official plans yet.
Right. Mm-hmm. That's awesome. Yeah. I'm excited. And here you guys did a river trip. You guys did the Manistee. I feel like in Lower Michigan, it's mostly just river traveling, and stuff like that. You know,
point to point.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's no. You guys did the same trip that we did. We did you put in at Sharon Bridge, I think, and then you got out at Chippewa Landing or whatever, which is a couple days in the water, and that was really nice. It's 50 miles or 50 river miles or whatever.
Right. Yep.
Yeah. So I mean, that's really nice.
Yeah, I think it was 3 days, 2 nights or something.
3 days, 2 nights. Mm-hmm. Yeah, absolutely.
That was a ton of fun.
But I mean, there's not a lot of portaging opportunities.
No, there's none on that trip. Yeah.
No, but I mean, even in the UP, there's a few places to go that do that, but no. we have to go was Isle Royale. You can do like
Yeah.
it's crazy. How weird
You
is
can do it
that?
there. Yeah, water trip there would be excellent. That's something. Yeah, and spoiler alert: there might be a canoe in the next Isle Royale
Oh yeah, that's what I'm hoping. That is awesome.
Yeah.
I just want to get away from just all of the kind of backcountry stuff is for a little bit.
Okay.
You guys moved to like a really cool little piece of property.
Yeah.
And you have a pond, and you had visitors that you enticed.
Yes.
You kind of researched, and you did Instagram and some videos, and you had wood ducks.
It became an obsession.
I bet. Okay, so did you even know they were gonna come? Did you like?
Well, we moved in a couple Labor Days ago, and so it was fall. And
August of 19.
Yeah, so we didn't. When we initially moved in, we didn't know that ducks were using that pond. We just knew there was fish in it. We had caught a few fish and stuff when we first moved in, but the following spring, all of a sudden, these ducks started showing up. And I'm totally geeked about it, right? So I'm sending pictures to my dad and everybody, like, look at these wood ducks, like they're in my backyard. And I think it was my dad. He's like, you should put a wood duck box up. And I ordered 2. They showed up like a week later, and now we have duck visitors every year.
That is so
super cool.
Yeah.
Do you have to register that kind of stuff with like the DNR for like counting or anything? You know what I mean?
Nope.
I just thought, okay, all right.
Yeah. It's just we're giving back to conservation, giving back to nature by doing it and giving them a place to live in the spring and hatch their eggs. But yeah, there's no like legal anything you have to do.
Okay, that's really cool. I love it.
Yep, they get to do their own thing. We basically avoid our backyard for I think this year was like 3 months because we ended up having 3 different hens use the nest this year. So you have to be super quiet in the backyard. Don't want to disturb them or scare them.
I'm sure the neighbors loved. We just mowed the first half of the property for like 3 months, and the back half just became like.
There's those hicks again.
Yeah. I think they're more like those millennials that moved in. The youngest kids on the block. They don't mow their backyard.
I love it. So we got duck.
So sweet little ducklings.
Very cool. That is really, really awesome.
Yeah, that comment right there, Doc, my sister, she should probably reply to that. She's huge into fly fishing, so yeah, she would love that.
Okay, there you go.
Very cool.
Laura, if you're watching.
All right, favorite backpacking meal?
Oh, favorite company is Packet Gourmet.
Okay, so what is up with them?
We stumbled...
You found them.
I think it was Mitten Camper.
Okay.
Had it on a trip that we actually joined them on the start of one of their trips.
Okay, cool.
And he had it, and I think it just went from there. But they're online. It's like a family-owned business, and all their stuff is a little bit more fresh as far as dehydrated food goes. The expiration's about a year instead of 12 years, but it's all hand packed. Like when you order it, you get a little note that says, enjoy your trip or whatever, So, we really like supporting a company like that, but their food is also excellent. So it's easy to support them. But,
right.
Favorite meal though, like actual meal. I think probably for me, it would be maybe their Texas State Fair chili.
Okay.
I've heard that come up a few times in your videos.
Yeah, I
know. Oh, geez, Christy. Yep.
Yeah, we did.
You do? You rescue possums too?
Well, Christy is my coworker, and she also lives pretty near to us, and she has had a possum living under her deck. And it was causing some problems with their dog and was digging holes and such. So we live trapped it and brought it to our place. So it lives here now. Its name is Stinky.
I love it. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
But ramen rescue too. I mean, it's simple, but it's real good comfort food. It's not too heavy. So, you can eat it and then wake up the next day and I'm actually ready to do stuff.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. It's not too much. It's light.
And it's easy to pack.
Okay. Why is it easy to pack?
Because the Packet Gourmet package is just the veggie part of it. So, or and the chicken if you want the chicken option.
Okay.
And then you just bring the ramen noodle pack itself. So it's really thin, it's super light, it fits in your food bag really easy. Like some of the meals, like we used to eat a lot of Mountain House.
Sure.
And unless you bought the pro packs, which are really hard to find, the big bags are actually so bulky, it's hard to fit in our food bag.
Right.
You know, especially if you're going on a longer trip. Like the Manong trip was 10 days. So I'm planning 10 dinners for 2 people. So that's 20 of those bags. That's a lot.
Yeah. It is a lot. I know.
It's like
that's your whole backpack.
I know.
Yeah. So we ate pretty strictly a lot of Packet Gourmet on those longer trips just because of how packable it
and
is.
Just like serving, like Packet Gourmet, one package is about as much as I want to eat for dinner. Whereas Mountain House, as much as I like the flavors, you know, one package is too much, but splitting a package is not enough. So
that's what we
Packet Gourmet just found.
Yeah. I mean, we're not a Mountain House
so much
fan. I mean, we like our faves have been backpacking.
Backcountry.
I
didn't write Packet Gourmet down again. I forgot about that.
Gourmet. I can't even spit it out.
What are you trying to say, honey? So you're
Backpackers Pantry, maybe?
Thank you.
Yeah, that was a favorite. Matt used to really like their pad thai. He would get that quite a bit.
Yeah, the chicken. I like the chicken pad thai. That's one of our favorites too. We actually got in some samples to try out. We got
oh nice.
We got some wild Zora in, and
have you had that yet?
Never had it.
The other one's called Next Mile meals.
Okay.
So that's more those meals are designed for keto style of eating. So
but just like you were saying with like Packet Gourmet, it's just you can read the ingredients. It's fresh, do you know what I mean? So
all the ingredients are listed, and you know if you go on their website, they show exactly how they do it and everything. It's
right, which is really really.
You don't
nice,
have to have a science degree to read.
No, I hate
yeah,
right. Yeah. It is so true. And actually, here Dustin has another question. He said, "Do you guys dehydrate your meals too? Have you guys done any of that stuff?"
We don't own a dehydrator. Just with both of us being so busy with work and whatnot, we, you know, dedicating the time to make our meals in addition to planning everything. It was seems like too much.
It is. It's tough.
As much as I would love to, because I feel like I could get really into that. You know, I love the logistics. I love the planning.
Yeah.
You know, Matt makes fun of me with all the spreadsheets for like food planning and stuff that we do.
We have binders.
Yeah. I feel like I could get into it pretty easily, but I just don't have the time.
Yep. So, and actually here, here, great outdoors. Hey guys, how are you? Graham and Kate, hi. So they said they just started dehydrating as a game changer. I feel like it is for like base weight for like obviously backpacking. But I find that we try to like, you know, tweak a few recipes here and there of our own.
We haven't done enough.
Not enough. Like a few things we've done, but you know, we're going to try and do a couple of that we dehydrate ourselves that we're going to take with us, and then obviously we've got these new ones that are ordered in. So
what do we have? Chili and
we need some chili, and we did like a an Alfredo, chicken Alfredo.
That has yet to be perfected.
I'm working on it. But you should get a dehydrator. Start off with like just your fruit or whatever, you know what I mean, or all that kind of stuff. So
maybe we'll put that on the Christmas list.
Oh yeah. Yep. Laura, if you're listening, Laura. Right?
No
that is awesome. So do you ever watch, and are you watching on Instagram? They're called 11 Skies or Hike America. It's this young couple that they're doing the full NCT this year.
Oh yes, I've heard about them.
Yeah, so they actually just left Lowell today.
Yeah.
So you saw that?
Yes, I did. Yeah. How cool.
Crazy cool. I know. I thought
I mean, that's a long trail. You think of like AT through hike, CDT, PCT. Those are long trails. This is like double that.
This is nuts. Exactly.
Yeah.
But you guys are crossing off the NCT. Like you're doing like, you know, miles here and there and whatever. Oh, see, there you go. Just be surprised when you open it, okay?
Yeah, we love the NCT.
Yeah. So how many miles do you think you guys have done?
Oh, we've done a good portion of the Manistee National Forest. We've done pretty like all the pictured rocks section. Good, near the Mackinac Bridge in the UP, we've done that section.
Wait, is that in Wilderness State Park?
The northern side of it.
Oh, the northern side. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Okay. And we've done a pretty large section like White Cloud, Lowell area. We've done that quite a bit.
Okay.
So I'd say we have a good chunk of the Lower Peninsula done.
Okay. Do you guys track it? Like, do you have like a map that you like mark off, or?
I mean, aside from the videos, we don't really have like a mark it off style map, but you know. But
we have record of all of it.
We have record of all of it, yeah.
Right,
just
right.
I think we've done maybe 50 miles.
I feel like we've done more than 50.
You should do the 100-mile challenge. Like
I know. So what is that?
So every year, it started a couple years ago, and you sign up online, and it's all honor system. So you don't have to like actually physically record your miles or turn them in or anything, but you sign up and then you hike your 100 miles, and you can do it however you want. So you can do it 100-mile section. You can do the same 1 mile back and forth over and over and over again, however you want to do it. So it's up to you. And then at the end of your 100 miles, you go back online and you say, yep, I completed it. And they send you a really cool patch and a certificate. Yeah. We had a great time. We found different areas of Michigan by doing that. And I think we used it as kind of a prep for Isle Royale.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we knew we were going to do that trip. So we were trying to get more into like longer trips and, you know, just hiking in general, you know, consecutively.
Just
so we
an
were
excuse to go like 2 times a month, do like 20 miles a month.
Yeah. Just hiking more in a year.
And you see small towns in Michigan you wouldn't go to otherwise. Like we fell in love with Lowell. We like started going to the restaurants, staying there in the hotel.
It's just down the road.
Really?
Is it really?
Yeah, we're like.
We're like.
I don't know.
25 minutes away.
Yeah. So,
man.
Yeah.
I mean, the NCT headquarters.
We're in Grand Rapids, so we're
okay.
close.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. Yep.
Yeah. Right.
So it's just the idea of like a trail town. You know, you don't really hear that in Michigan.
No.
But you know, we're hiking in Lowell, right? We're doing this day hike, you know, for one of our first miles on the 100-mile challenge, and we pop out in Lowell, and there's, you know, like a barbecue joint right there. We're like, oh, there's a barbecue joint on the trail. Like,
barbecue,
yes, we love the NCT.
Yeah,
breweries. Oh yeah.
You know, there's like a blaze on the side, like right on the, you know, restaurant. It's pretty cool.
It is so true.
Favorite and no, not favorite. That's not where I was going with. Best and worst experience.
What? Wow.
I know our worst. I can tell you our worst off the top of my head.
Okay.
Now it doesn't in any aspect of camping. Doesn't have to be exactly hiking. Any of your adventures.
Waterloo, Pinckney. We had literally the most miserable backpacking trip we've ever taken.
Oh no!
If you watch the video, I think it comes off okay, but we were
you can hear the buzzing and see the mosquitoes on the lens.
Wow.
Yes.
Oh, I've never ever seen mosquitoes like this. I mean, we know Michigan is bad mosquitoes in the summertime. Right. We know this, but we went May, was it?
June.
I think it was the end of May, like very beginning of June, May, which you're kind of pushing bug season there. But I didn't realize how swampy that trail was. It was the first time we'd done that 43-mile section, and it was unbearable.
And it was
so hot. It was like unseasonably warm.
Yeah, so you like wear a head net and a bug jacket, and then you're overheating. Our first day, we found it was like one of the reclaimed wetland areas.
Yeah.
So it was a little like. It was almost like a seawall, but it was just open enough. There were no bugs. And we actually had to take like a heat break where we took off our bug layers and just filtered some water and like took a break, not having that extra layer.
I finished that trip and my arms were so covered in bug bites. Like you couldn't see like skin anymore. It was just bug bites.
That's crazy. But you guys treat your clothes though too, right? Like with the
we do now.
Oh, you didn't then. Okay.
I think we may have for that trip, but we definitely do every single year, every single trip. I don't care if it's January, I'm wearing permethrin treated clothing. Every time.
On.
Yeah.
I love that stuff. That is like a game changer, isn't it?
Oh yeah. We ever since we started using it, no ticks.
Right. 100%. Absolutely. Yep.
Yeah.
What was your second part of the question?
The best.
The best.
Yes.
Oh,
Well, I'll let you answer that since I did that. That's hard. I mean, they're all fun.
they're all good, right? I
Yeah.
agree. I agree.
I think
I don't.
it's hard. Okay, for me, probably.
Let me hear yours. I gotta
Maybe-
process.
I hate that we keep bringing up Isle Royal, but Isle Royal, our first trip, Mosky Basin in the morning, sunrise. Matt was still sleeping. I can hear him snoring in the background, right? I get up. I got to sit on there's these cool rock shelves, and the sun's coming up and it's like just a little bit foggy and it's pink and purple. And I don't know, just it's so quiet. That for me is like one of my favorite parts about backpacking is the quiet, like serene,
Oh,
I thought it would have been the moose watching that other one morning or sitting.
That's how cool is that?
Oh, Ashley's still out there. Oh, it's an hour and a half
Yeah.
later. She's still there.
Yeah, pretty much. Lots of moose on our Monong trip. I don't want to spoil the next one, but lots of moose.
Yeah.
Oh, don't even. Well, if we're gonna talk Isle, we're gonna talk Isle Royal.
That's
okay.
Yeah, that's down the road. We got other questions to ask.
All right. Hey, are you sure?
Yes.
I got questions.
All right, let's hear it.
Are you ready?
No.
I gotta do it.
What?
I gotta do it. I gotta go in.
Have you had experience any romantic or a special date in any of your trips?
We've done anniversaries.
Okay.
For sure. Our anniversary is in the summer. So
one of the pieces of weight I snuck in my pack was a card for her because the trip was over her
Oh
birthday.
Yeah,
that was
I had that in the top of the
birthday.
pack getting crunched the whole time.
yeah.
That seaplane too.
That's
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
It's your
That was
birthday week because it was your birthday a couple days ago, right, Ashley?
It was,
It
yeah.
was. A couple days ago, yeah. So happy birthday to you.
No, thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. You're welcome. That's awesome.
Yep.
All right, there is a couple questions. Let's do this before we get into this then. I'm excited. All right. So we got Bob has what backpacking YouTube channel is your favorite to watch? Wow.
Those are some good ones.
They are his. Wow.
Yeah, I watch all three of those.
How do you choose? That's the whole thing. It's like a rabbit hole, don't you find?
Yeah,
Like, so many to watch and go through. It's wild.
Yeah. My subscriber list is pretty large, and it's probably like 90% backpacking related or canoe camping. But I think
100% same.
right now, probably like Joe Robinette and Adventure Archives are probably my top two right now. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, he's so good. Isn't he amazing?
Mm-hmm.
Yep, that's Canada won.
Mm-hmm. Yep, for sure. Yeah, favorite
Dustin
Canadian.
Wynn asked, what type of water filtration you're currently using?
Sawyer Squeeze. We also have a Canadian Be Free. We like them both. The Sawyer Squeeze we've used pretty much since the start and never had a need to replace it. So
and I think the Katadyn with like the wide open mouth, because
Mhm.
we get like a nice collapsible bucket that's real lightweight.
Mhm.
I think the Katadyn solved any complaints we could have had about like the Sawyer bag with the thinner mouth. So like now the Sawyer Squeeze plus the Katadyn, it was the perfect system.
It's
for it.
the CNOC. You're thinking of the CNOC
CNOC.
bag. Yeah.
Excuse
So
Right.
the
the Katadyn's
CNOC with the
really
wide
good.
open.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the CNOC, we love that.
Yeah.
So easy
Yeah.
to pour into. And we use
Right.
that as our dirty bag, then through a Sawyer.
Mm-hmm.
But
Right.
the Katadyn was nice too. We used that on the real hot days this
Yeah.
recent trip. Just
I mean, they're good. I like the Katadyn's really good for like canoeing.
Yeah.
Mhm.
It is, and it's great for like just dunking it in and drinking
Yep.
right out of that.
Absolutely. It's
Yeah,
the
the
best.
only thing I don't like about it is that it doesn't thread onto a smart water bottle.
Mhm.
So for me, we carry smart water bottles for our main water carrying.
Mhm.
Right.
And for me to know that that is a backup to my Sawyer bag or my CNOC bag, if I lose it, if I get a hole in it, if I break it, I can still filter using the Sawyer, or not the Sawyer, the Sawyer with the smart water bottle.
Right.
So it's a backup, in itself, where I can't put the Katadyn on a smart water bottle.
Right.
No, the threads don't match. Yeah.
Huh. That is true though, isn't it?
But they're both great.
They are. Oh, wait a minute. Can you see the chat? Ashley, look there. It says look at Donald. I detect.
Yeah, you're getting happy birthday messages.
Oh yeah.
There you are. But look at that.
Hey, Donald. Hey, Donald.
No, just your little team support here. That's it.
All right. We got 30 days before kickoff.
Oh yeah.
I can't believe it's already almost here. Wow.
Can't wait.
I know.
I love it. I love it. I love it.
So when you guys are out on the trail or in the canoe or whatever, do you have a emergency signaling device?
Yes. Yep.
What is that?
The Garmin InReach Explorer Plus.
Okay.
So
Cool.
it's the original DeLorme unit. We're purchased by Garmin.
Okay.
So we love it. And I don't know if my mom is still in the chat. She can comment. She loves it.
Oh, was mom here? We didn't say hi to mom.
Yeah, so mom say hi. But it's great because it has two-way communication. So if I want to ask them something that's not like a custom preset message, I can still do that. So I can say, hey, Mom, what's the weather going to be in Isle Royale on Tuesday? You know, she could kick it back to me in seconds. And I just love it. And they have the app too. So it does work with my cell phone now too. So I can free text on the cell phone because before they didn't have it and you had to like type like QWERTY style, you know? Oh man.
Oh my gosh.
Okay.
I'm like, sending like 2-word messages, you know?
Right. But do you have to just get the subscription when you're going on a trip though, right?
Yeah. So you can do it monthly and you can stop it and start it as you want. You just pay for the month or whatever that you're going to be using it. So it is a little bit on the expensive side for both the unit and the subscription, but for peace of mind and the ability to communicate back home, especially somewhere like Isle Royale where transportation might be an issue, like you might get stuck on the island.
Right.
So to be able to communicate back home and say, no, we're not dead. We're just, there's a little fog,
send a boat.
you know? Yeah. Come get me, Mom.
And getting close to live weather.
Wow. So that was really good then. That's awesome. All right. I'm going in. You ready?
Do you guys bring camp juice on the trail?
Oh,
camp juice, yes.
You do?
So
sometimes depends on the length of the trip.
Depends on the length of the trip. Yeah. So we have definitely. I know when we've backpacked with Laura and Dan, I'm pretty sure Dan has carried in like 6 cans of beer before. But
I'm backpacking with Dan then. I like that.
We brought what did we bring?
I was gonna say if it's okay to say brands because we do have a go-to.
We did bring Fireball.
Fireball's the big one.
We brought that on our very first trip to Isle Royale. We brought a collapsible water container with Fireball, and we took it out to the dock one afternoon, and we just got to know our neighbors and had a lot of fun and shared, and it was a great way to get to know people.
It is
cool.
It is.
Awesome.
Agreed.
Yeah, we have a platypus that we use. And
have
our camp juice.
Our go-to is tequila.
Oh yeah, I couldn't do that because I would not be hiking.
That's brave. I don't know.
You got to drink in moderation. You just don't drink the whole bottle in one day.
It has to last the whole time. When we went to Algonquin, we were gone for 6 days for our canoe trip there, and we had one platypus of the tequila, and we were like the second to last night. We're like, oh, we got to just maybe little nips the last couple. You know what I mean? To make it last for the very last night.
That's right. Yeah, stretch it out.
Yes, absolutely. So you've been to Isle Royale 3 times.
3 times. There's 2 on the channel and a 3rd coming.
Crazy. So when we first found out about Isle Royale and all of the things it has to offer, it was the one thing that stood out was that it's the least visited national park and the most revisited national park, right?
Yes.
So I feel like what happens is people go there and they go, oh my God, there's so much more to do. There's so much more to see. There's so many more ways to experience it, right?
Yeah.
So you got the bug.
Oh, 100%. Yeah.
Right?
We caught it.
So when you were planning your first trip, which is what we're in the stages right now. Well, no, it's planned, but you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
How did you go about like planning your first trip?
Matt actually got me the map as a Christmas gift, the Nat Geo map. He bought it as that one.
Oh, but you can't see it because it's yellow.
Oh, here, I've got it right here.
Okay. You got it there? Okay, good. Yeah.
But yeah, he got it for Christmas for me.
Okay.
And pretty much December 26th, I already had a trip planned.
Wow. And was it the route, the first one that you actually like took?
Mhm.
Or
Yeah.
did you
So,
tweak it a little bit? Or
oh, we tweaked it while on trail. Actually.
Oh, what?
Yeah, so you can do that as long as you are an individual permit and not a group permit. So if you're smaller than 7 people,
Okay.
you can tweak your route as you go.
Okay.
And the only thing is at
Wing
the end of your trip, you have to, when the rangers grab your permit from you, you just let them know what changes you made. That way they know the usage for the different areas in the park.
Mhm.
But yeah, you can, if you decide you've had enough for one day and you can't go on to that next campground, you can stay wherever you're at, or an extra night or whatever, depending on the stay limits. They published, it's called the Greenstone newspaper. Every year it comes out.
Okay.
You can find it online. It's linked on the NPS National Parks website, but it has a chart on it that tells you how many nights you can stay in each of the campgrounds on the island.
Oh.
So some of them have a stay limit of like 3 days. Some have 2. Some are 1. So as long as you're following that, you can tweak your itinerary as you go if you're less than 7 people.
Okay. So I mean, like, did you change it when there's like a weather, like,
yeah,
you know, do you know what I mean? Like,
yeah, absolutely. Yep. We skipped a campground on the
Monog. It was explicitly because we knew a storm was coming in, so we skipped Little Todd.
Yeah, and then we also skipped West Chicken Bone because it was basically underwater. Yeah. It was raining really, really, really bad that day, and the campsites had, I mean, like an inch of water, and so it's beautiful. It's a great little spot.
We're taking the road. We're doing your very first trip.
Oh, awesome!
Okay. So that's what we're doing.
Yeah. So we originally had planned to stay in West Chicken Bone on that trip, and we skipped it and went to McCargo Cove.
Yes.
Okay. So that's what we're doing, and we're flying in, so I'm excited.
Yeah, that's always fun.
On September the 10th.
Awesome, right at the end.
Stay there for 6 days, so obviously from Houghton to Rock Harbor. So excited for that. I can't wait. I'm so excited.
You'll love the seaplanes. It's such a cool experience.
How long is it again?
It depends on the weather. Anywhere from about 35 minutes to 45 minutes.
So that's nothing crazy or whatever.
And you'll be surprised to know, actually, in the plane when you get in and you take off, you actually end up seeing the island fairly quickly. It comes into view pretty quickly, as long as it's not super foggy. And then it seems like you're looking at the island for a long time.
Wow. So were you guys on the plane by yourselves or with other people?
Other people every time. With the exception, with the
one time it was only one other person.
Yeah, when we returned from our Monong trip, there was another passenger, and it happened to be a ranger. Actually, he was going home for a funeral. But it was him, the pilot, and then us. So that was a smaller plane. But our other trips over had anywhere from like 4 to 6 people.
4 is pretty comfy. 6 gets a little
6 sounds really tight with gear.
It's tight. Yeah, the seats are small. So, and
I'm calling shotgun.
They're made for 3. They seat you based off weight, actually. So depending on when you booked your ticket, you had to put your weight in. So they weigh your packs when you get there, and then they seat you according to your weight.
Okay.
So that way it's all distributed.
And then you just get your fuel at the store when you get there, right?
Yes. Yeah. Yep. And then actually, if you land in Wendigo, I know this for sure. I can't remember with Rock Harbor, but if you land in Wendigo, which you guys probably aren't on your trip, but if anybody out there is in Wendigo, when you get on the seaplane dock, there is a yellow crate right on the seaplane dock, and that is full of partial canisters from people who were leaving the island that you can't take it with you.
Oh.
So if you're okay with taking a partial can, those are free to take. And then if you prefer to have a full one, you just walk up to the store and you buy a full one. So they're a little over $9, $9.50. So a little bit more expensive than you would buy here, but you can't take it on the plane. So
Right. No. How long was this last trip that you guys were on?
7 days if you count the day we left.
Right.
Yep, 6 nights.
Yeah. So 6 nights on the island.
6 nights. Okay.
And obviously it was a different part. No, and no spoiler alert, but a different part.
Well, don't prod the.
A little bit. I gotta know.
The bear.
I'll tell you this much: it was on the west end.
It's on the so obviously because you flew into Wendigo. Okay, got it. Very good. Wow. Yeah. Oh, I'm excited to see that. I just want to
Yep.
show you what Bob just put up there too. He said he's heading to Nordhaus. Have you guys ever been to
Oh.
Nordhaus Dunes?
No, we've been in the Ludington area, so
Yep.
we've done like that kind of stuff, but we haven't actually done Nordhaus. The only thing that's turned me away from Nordhaus is it seems like it's always crowded.
It is.
It is.
Yeah.
It's really busy.
We're always looking for a little bit more serene,
Right.
quiet.
Right. What about the Hoist Lake Loop? Like that's kind of I've been looking into that. Right
Yeah, so we've done that a couple times.
Okay.
We've done the Byron Lake side a couple times.
Mhm.
We keep planning to go to North and South Hoist Lake, and for whatever reason, that trip always gets canceled. So I don't know what it is, but it's always storms or something happens at home, and some sort of emergency, and we can't leave. So we haven't actually been to North or South Hoist Lake, but we
Okay.
have done that trail system. There's Byron Lake.
Okay.
We've done that a couple times, and it's a great trail system. Yeah, we really like it.
Yeah, that's on the list for sure. So, what else are you looking for when you're planning a trip? Like, what's your criteria? Like, is it like a loop thing that you look for to do for?
It doesn't have. I mean, loops are convenient, but it doesn't
Right.
have to be a loop. Yeah, I think when we first started backpacking, that was all I ever searched for was loops,
Right.
because that's easy, right? But I think I've found that it's worth it to do a point A to point B if it's a cool trail.
Okay.
So,
All right.
but yeah, I think things we look for is quiet. Definitely, I try to shy away from crowds. But,
Agreed.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't like it either. It's nuts.
Yeah.
And then we love dispersed camping. Like,
Oh
love
yeah,
it. Like
it's
when
a lot
you-
of fun.
Oh, it's just
Sure.
so nice. But sometimes it's even like hard to find that sometimes. But we
Sometimes.
But we did the Jordan River. No, not the Jordan River. What was one we did with Dave?
The short.
We did part of the Shore to Shore Trail. Have you ever done
Oh
that?
right, I saw that video.
Yeah.
No, I haven't. We haven't done Shore to Shore. I've done some research on it, but I was actually watching your video to figure out where you guys were. I wanted to know your route.
I know. He planned a really, really cool route. So we were around Guernsey Lake. That's what it was called.
Guernsey Lake. Yeah.
Yeah. So and it was
That was a campground.
it was a campground, but it was decent. You know what I mean? It was by
Yeah.
the water and stuff like that. But
Right.
yeah, I
Right.
prefer dispersed camping for sure.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Mhm.
it can be a lot of fun.
I know.
The NCT, that's Manistee National Forest. That's one of the best spots to disperse camp in Michigan.
I agree with you.
Mhm.
Mhm.
Favorite piece of gear to bring on a trip?
Oh, I know Matt's.
Camp chairs.
Think about it for a minute, Matt. Come on.
They are bulky. They are heavy. Sometimes we have to put them on the outside of the packs or completely rearrange stuff. But I just love sitting in the camp chair
Really?
after a long hike.
The
Easy
agree.
for me.
What
I don't
chairs do you
know.
guys have again?
Flex Light, the original Flex Light,
Mm.
Oh, how
They
heavy
are-
are they?
a little over a pound.
Are they? Okay.
Mhm. Yeah, they're bulky, they're heavy.
Mm.
But Matt was like, "I'll carry them both if we can bring them." So
Yeah.
I just put them on his back.
Perfect.
I agree. No, you got to have a bit of that's also a luxury item too.
I
kind of.
know.
Right.
I tried to cut them. I tried to bring a sit pad.
Yeah. No. There is something about sitting in a chair though. Like it is pretty nice.
To be able to just
Mm.
Yeah.
sit back.
I know.
To be able to lean against something. You know, a lot of the campgrounds in Michigan have picnic tables,
They do.
which
Yeah,
are
but you're
nice.
still
You know,
hunched
somewhere to put
over.
your stuff, but you're
Yeah.
always hunched over. You
Yep.
know, after hiking all day with backpack on and whatnot, it's really
Oh.
really nice to just sit back and actually have somewhere to lean. You know, That's
Agreed.
comfortable.
I agreed. Yeah. No, definitely. So what's yours then, Ashley?
Oh gosh, I don't know. I think I probably nerd out a little bit too much over a lot of gear, but probably gosh, I don't even know. It's all good, but I really like the camera side of it. I love to learn a lot about filming,
Oh,
and
okay.
I think we're definitely noobs at it. Like it's not something we're good at, but we try really really hard. And so researching camera gear that works for vlogging, that's also works really well outdoors is difficult, and we've run into camera issues on many of our trips. But it's for me, I really enjoy the editing side, and I really like filming. So that's probably my favorite part.
Right, because you guys use a GoPro, right? So do we.
We don't anymore.
Oh,
we don't anymore.
What do you use?
So we used to use the GoPro because it made sense, right? It's it's always in focus, everything's always in frame. The thing that turned us away from it was the audio. We struggled with the audio on ours. It was just so bad. But we had an older version where you had to have a case on it. The newer ones you don't. So we started only using the GoPro for trips where it was going to be wet,
rain,
canoe trips, and rain. Now we switched to the Canon G7X, which is like a point and shoot kind of made for vlogging.
Oh, I don't know that
and
one.
That's the one we took on Isle Royal. Yeah, it's like this big, and it's got a screen that flips out. It's nice, autofocus. We ran into some issues with it. It's been dropped. It's been, it's gotten wet. It's got dirt in it, sand in it, so it's on its last legs, and the autofocus is dying, and you can actually see that starting to fail in our Picture Rocks videos if you watch them close. But yeah, so we have been trying to find the new camera for our trips, and we haven't really landed on one that we love yet, but it's an ongoing search for us.
Right. What kind of software do you guys use to do your like editing stuff with? What are you using?
It's Premiere
Pro.
Premiere Pro. Gotcha. Yeah. Which is pretty good.
Yeah, it's a glitchy program. It's
the best, most infuriating thing. Like, it does everything we want it to when it feels like working.
Right.
Yeah,
that's true.
When you guys go out on a trip, what do you look to get out of it?
Oh,
disconnect. This right here.
Yeah.
This.
Yeah.
I love that it's off. And I love that I'm not reading emails and I'm not looking at Facebook or Instagram. As much as I love social media and the benefits of it, it's so great to turn that off and just get right back into nature and just feel like I'm back in sync with the outside world,
Yeah.
Not tied to emails.
I read real books on this last trip. I read 2.5 real books. Normally, same thing. I'd just be on YouTube or like whatever social drooling. And like I read books and listened to birds. Like I actually tried to learn.
Like actual page books.
Yeah, like real books.
Paper, right? So you buckle down and you more weight, right? But who cares? Yeah. No, there's something about like turning a page. I don't know. I like that a lot.
Disconnect. That's the biggest part.
Yeah, I agree. Are you guys like into like all the nature kind of stuff? Like I know you like about the wood ducks and all that kind of, but what about birding and what about like mushrooms and all that? You know what I mean? Like, are you aware of all that?
Probably. We're not great plant identifiers. We try, and I definitely like if there's something really cool, we'll take a picture of it and look it up when we get home. But Matt is huge into birding now. Yeah.
Cool.
Oh, I got the bird identification books downstairs now. Stare out the window and
Yep.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah.
We even recorded a couple at Isle Royal.
Yeah.
Come back and be like, what are these things?
Okay. And then what were they?
One was actually
it was some sort of wren.
One was a wren.
Yeah.
But it like for being real tiny, it was belting out. They just clench sideways on a tree and they will go.
There were just these little tiny little birds, but they had some vocal cords on them. Man, they were loud.
Wow.
That's cool.
So what about obviously we know there was moose on Isle when you were there. Don't tell us about any other kind of stuff, but any bear encounters anywhere? Not in the island, but obviously there's no bears there. But I mean,
we've had a bear come through our campsite, but we didn't know it.
Okay.
We found a track outside the tent. It was at Byron Lake.
Oh,
actually.
Wow.
Yeah.
Where we want to go.
There's sand there at that campsite that we were at, and there was a bear track. I actually took a picture of it. I think it's on our Facebook page.
Okay.
But yeah, so there was a bear in camp. I've seen them in the Smoky Mountains, but I don't know. Have you ever seen them? No.
Wow.
Yeah, there was some folks at Pictured Rocks, and they were there a day or two before us, and they actually saw one on the trail. That we were on the Lakeshore Trail. Yeah,
that's crazy.
Yeah.
So when you guys do your food, do you bear hang or do you use a bear canister?
We hang.
You hang. Yeah. Yeah. And you don't have to do that at Isle Royal, do you?
You don't actually. The rangers say you don't have to. There's no bears, but there are lots of red squirrels and foxes, and the red squirrels are
Aggressive.
Aggressive.
Meaning if you leave something on the table and you walk into your tent or you walk into your shelter,
They'll get it.
they're gonna get it.
It's gone.
Yeah, and they'll come right up to you, when you're in camp. They're not afraid. They will take what you have sitting out, and you have to watch out for the fox.
Anything with salt. I mean, they'll steal people's nasty shoes, socks, underwear. If it's salty and gross, they will take it.
Yeah, the rangers will warn you about the foxes.
Like tie your shoes to picnic tables as well.
Bring your shoes in at night. There was a poor gentleman who hiked. He posted, I actually moderate for one of the Isle Royal subreddits on Reddit.
Okay.
And there was a gentleman there that was telling a story, and he either somebody he was with or him, their shoes were left out at night, their hiking boots.
Yeah.
And a fox stole them. And so they couldn't find him. So he ended up finishing his hike in flip-flops.
Stop it.
Yeah. So like every night, with our shoes, I'm like super meticulous, like bringing them in, The one night they were so nasty on the Manong trip, like after we went through some really bad beaver dams. They were so
Yes,
disgusting.
you did. Yes.
I took them and I tied the laces all around the picnic table, like really tight, so they wouldn't steal them.
That is crazy. Do they work in pairs? Just one go over here and go, hey, I'm really cute.
Yeah. Well, we saw, how many was that time by West Chicken Bone? We saw there was two.
There was a pair, yeah.
Yeah, a couple. Yeah.
That's crazy. So John just
that's where the sly as a fox comes from.
Right.
Yeah.
Everyone knows Dave's comment there. So I guess he saw a bear when he was at the Hoist Lake Loop as well.
Yeah. I saw the video,
Byron Lake.
Yeah.
Byron Lake.
Byron Lake. Sorry.
Yep.
Yeah, that's nuts. So when you're done a trip, everybody has their go-to. I'm a juicy burger kind of girl.
Oh yeah. Matt's always the burger countdown guy.
Are you the burger? Okay.
What's your favorite burger place?
Right?
Yeah.
Matt, pictured rocks. Tell them about where you like to go.
Yeah, a burger in Munising. I did a countdown to it. I was so ready.
We'd be on the trail and he'd be like, 3 days and 9 hours and 16 minutes until a burger.
I was so ready. It was delicious.
Yeah.
We've done like freaking unbelievable. We've
burgers,
done all sorts of burger joints. Yeah.
Definitely burgers. And malts, chocolate malts, ice cream.
Oh, you got the full meal deal going on there. I like that.
I think it's something about like the cold, because you can't have that on trail. Ice or ice cream.
That's true.
Yeah.
Right.
That's true. I mean, even your water, even though your water feels kind of cool, sometimes it's just not.
It's not the same.
No.
Not same.
No.
Well, if it's coming out of Lake Superior.
Oh yeah, it's a cold swim too.
Right. And you guys were just there, and you guys go swimming. Like, was the water nice?
Oh yes.
Yep.
Yeah. I won't tell you what campground because I don't want to spoil it. But yeah, we did definitely go swimming. Yeah.
That's awesome. What do you think about us going in September? No.
It's gonna be cold.
After a hot day, it's worth it though.
It's worth it. Yeah, it's worth it to jump in right after you're finished hiking. Maybe you just got, your tent set up or whatever, and you're ready to just chill down. Like that's the best way to clean off and just, no soap or anything. Just jump in.
Right.
Yeah.
Rinse off and
rinse off.
A little rinse off or whatever. That's true.
Yeah. Get the gross off,
I know. Did you guys like staying in the shelters? Like,
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah. I love it. It's mostly because you have space to just lay everything out.
Okay.
Like when you're in a tent and you're packing up in the morning, you're hunched over and you're rolling your sleeping pad up. Yeah, you can do it. Like it's no big deal. But when you're in a shelter, it's so nice. Like I think I even commented in one of the videos, like I was sitting in my chair blowing up the sleeping pad. Like you can't do that in the tent.
You cannot do that. No.
It's like having a master suite on the
It is. Yeah. So it is a bit colder than in a tent.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
So
because I had read that some people actually put their tents up in the shelters because I guess sometimes the fog will come in or something.
Yeah, so you can, it is allowed to set up your tent in the shelter. You cannot set up a hammock in the shelter. But the tents, we've never done it. Obviously our tent is non-freestanding, so you can't stake it out in the shelter. But we bring a small 8-ounce tarp with us.
Okay.
And also made by Z-Packs. I don't think they make it anymore. It's a square tarp. But we hung that up on our Manong trip. I brought it on our most recent trip, but we didn't need it. But But yeah, we found a way to, tie the guy lines out on the screened wall.
Yep.
Because it was blowing rain that day and it was
Wow.
coming straight in,
Yep.
So it was nice to have that as like a wind break and a little rain break.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
we just got our ultralight tarp. Just actually came in the mail today. That
Nice.
We'll be bringing up. So
Definitely bring it. It's
Okay.
worth it. Yeah.
I love it. And then you can't have fires, can you? Like, don't make it like there's
Right
only so
now,
much campsite.
Most places
right now you can't because it's banned everywhere. Even in the campgrounds that normally allow it, it was banned. I think they may have made a modification. I saw posted somewhat recently that the charcoal grills in Rock Harbor and Wendigo are now open for use.
Okay.
You'd have to double check me on that, but there was a fire ban. We actually had a ranger come by and tell us that.
Really?
Yep. And so we're not fire people anyway. We do make them like on an overnight or something if we're having fun. But on Isle Royal, we've never done it anyway. But it just, it's been so dry there. They're not allowing it.
Right. No, absolutely.
And going back to the Greenstone newspaper, that chart in there also tells you which campgrounds do allow.
Okay. Actually, you're going to have to send me the link to the Reddit page or whatever. Just like shoot me an email or whatever. I definitely need to get more obsessed than I am right now.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm so excited. Sure. So, who do you think's more camera shy?
Both of us.
What?
Really?
At first, yeah.
Really?
Yeah. A lot of our videos in the beginning, we don't even talk. Like, it's just music. Yeah.
I feel like you're both. Well, now you're not
now
at all.
Yeah, now we're more comfortable. I think.
Yeah, obviously.
At first, we both were. It's really awkward. Now I think filming in front of other people is a hang up for me. Like if there's 6 or 7 other people like standing by, or if we're like trying to film like a walking away scene and a group of hikers is coming behind us, I'm like, hurry up, let's go.
Oh, I love it.
It's still like awkward, but
I get in the zone. I'm just like, I want to get here. I want to look at stuff. Like, oh wait, we have to film. Like, okay.
I love it. What about winter camping?
Oh, it's fun.
I love it.
It's hard for us to get away during winter just because of the time. He's busy with school and stuff. But when we do go, it is a lot of fun. Yeah.
Right.
Love it.
So, okay. Oh, what do you got here, Dave?
What's the recommendation on fishing?
Wow.
Zebco closed reel. No. Whatever she says.
It depends on where you're going, Dave. It depends on what you're fishing for. But I mean, my family is huge into slip bobber fishing lately. So if you know what a slip bobber is, it's a lot of fun. It can, you can catch a lot of different species doing it. But that's some cool gear to take. As far as like fishing while backpacking, we've only done that a couple times. I do have a collapsible rod that I took, and I brought just like a little teeny tiny tackle box with a couple things, a few spoons and stuff. But
all right,
nothing too crazy.
Well, Dave just moved to Colorado. So...
I heard he messaged me. Yeah.
Oh, he did. Oh, good.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Yeah, we're gonna go see him. We're definitely gonna go backpack with him when
nice
set up down there. Oh yeah, for sure. But did you guys take a fishing pole when you went to Isle Royal or no? Anytime.
The first time, yes.
Time,
yeah. The first time you did. Okay. Mm-hmm. Who's Pamela?
That's my mom.
Hi, Mom.
Hi, Mom.
Matt, do you have a rendition? Do you have a favorite? Do you have a karaoke song? What's going
on? Whatever dumb rhymes. If I'm being nerdy, I'll like sing and whistle like military marches from the 1800s. I will talk to birds. Like
at one point he had, I wish the camera was on, but it wasn't. And by the time I fumbled it out of the fanny pack and turned it on, he was done singing. But it was this entire song that rhymed about all the family cats. So it had
oh my gosh,
Monkey, Mr. Tips, Nala, I don't know if Elvis is.
That's a lot of it, just silly songs.
But just like cats. He's just sang this random song about cats that he just makes up on the spot.
I love it.
Sounds familiar.
Yeah, it does. It's great. It's good. Absolutely. So do you guys like motivate each other? Do you know what I mean?
Oh
Like,
yeah.
if one person is like, man, I don't want to do those 10 miles today. I just want to do 5 and get over and done with.
Yeah, we were just talking about that.
Yeah, that's our rule. That's one of the things for the singing is if there's a lull, I'll just like push through, keep her motivated. And then like if I get too cranky, like the broken arrow for her is she'll make me stop and like something with peanuts, just like shove them down my throat. Be like, okay, you just need peanut, you need energy, and then you'll be fine. And it does work every time. Even we did the Crucible, we did 22 miles in one day for like a charity thing.
Yeah,
and like
that's
I started
too.
after mile 17 or 18, I'm like, okay, we've been hiking for a long time. I'm kind of good. And then she's like, okay, just have the stuff with peanuts. I'm like, okay, peanut M&Ms. Like, I'm fine. Let's finish this.
Always have peanut butter pack.
We're all good.
Oh my gosh. But so the Crucible, that you guys just slack packed it though, right? It was just like,
yeah, it was a day hike essentially.
Yeah.
But it was it was a charity event and we signed up for it and they give you a t-shirt and you hike 22 miles in a day. And it was on the Waterloo Pinckney Trail. So we were familiar with the actual trail.
Right.
And we started, I think it was Big Portage. Where did we finish at Big Portage? We started at Green Lake and we finished at Big Portage.
Oh yeah, we did.
And we surprisingly finished fairly quickly.
Yeah.
We weren't really expecting that, and I can't remember what our finish number was. It was not a race, but it was high enough that we were actually surprised. Like, holy cow, we actually did
it wasn't that 18. I think we were in better shape.
I don't remember what year it was. Cool. But yeah, we had a lot of fun doing that, and we actually signed up for it again to do it in 2020, but it got canceled.
Right. Yeah. Are they having it this year?
I haven't heard anything yet.
Okay.
It's usually right around this time. So I don't know. I haven't seen any posts on it.
All right. Love it. What's your next trip?
To Quamanon Falls, we're doing this fall.
Okay.
It's not a backpacking trip, but we are car camping with my family.
Yeah. Oh, nice.
Oh, cool.
Yep. So we've never actually stayed in the state park. We've done Tequamanon. Matt and I have been there, hiked it. But we're actually going and staying in the campground this time.
Okay. Doesn't the NCT go through there too?
It does, right?
Yeah, right. I thought so.
Yep.
I know. I feel like that's what happened when we were in the UP last year when we went to the Porkies. When we were up in Marquette, there's like the NCT goes through there in some spots, and then same thing is through the Porcupine Mountains. There's some like spots. It's like goes through everywhere.
Oh yeah, we were hiking
Hogback Mountain there. Yeah, it was crazy. I was like, what's everywhere?
Yep.
I feel like you could be doing that, like crossing off those miles. You know.
I know. I know. We need to get the actual map, and we can like highlight our little sections.
You can download it. It's all free online.
We'll have to do that. We should become members. Actually, I think we should support them.
Yeah, it's a great cause.
They're just down the road.
Yeah, 100% for sure. What's your advice for couples getting outside? That's a two-parter. Couples getting outside, and then the second part is any advice for newbies, like just kind of
don't overpack. Don't pack your fears. That's my biggest thing with new hikers.
I like that.
Don't pack your fears.
That could be a tagline. I like that. That could have been your motto for tonight. Don't pack your fears.
Don't pack your fears. Yeah.
That's awesome.
I'd say start with small hikes, day hikes, one night loops. Like that's a lot of our dipping the toe was a one night loop, under 10 miles. And then as you get more comfortable, you refine your gear system, then you can move towards
maybe not a 10-night Menong trip.
Yeah.
No, that's ambitious, right?
Yeah, don't kill yourself on your first trip. Do something fun, that's maybe not huge miles. Just have fun with it.
Kind of like
Enjoy
how we did Algonquin.
I know. Algonquin was same thing. We were so ambitious. We were so excited.
6 days, 5 nights.
We did close to 50K. So
no, we did 63K.
Was it 60? It was a lot. And we could have, and what I realize now, so I think our advice is take a rest day. Like it's okay to stay at a campsite twice. It's okay. You know what I mean?
It is.
It's like you don't, and we should have done that. But you always want to go, oh my God, I got to go to the next one. Got to see what's next or whatever. And it's tough to do that. But I'm like,
Phipps would have been a nice one to stay.
It's okay. You find that little sweet spot and it's like, you know what? Why not have the extra night to stay and hang out? But then the other hand, right? You always get so proficient with breaking down, setting up, and
Mm-hmm.
getting on the trail, hitting it early or whatever that is, right? You get your own little system and rhythm, and it's true.
Yeah,
absolutely.
No, one of the lakes we stayed at was Phipps Lakes, and there is. It's your basic. Was it a peninsula or an island?
It's an island.
It's an island.
Oh no, it's a peninsula. I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's what I thought. And there's only 2 campsites on that lake, and if you hit one of them, the other one cannot be occupied. So you literally have the entire lake to yourself.
That is awesome.
It is awesome.
It's like super quiet.
It's beautiful. That's where we had a bit of our dip in the lake there. It was really nice.
That water was cold.
It was cold. And we had the backpackers pantry pad thai that night too.
Nice.
Well, we got it from a channel we follow, and
you would love them. Chris Prowse.
Oh yeah, follow them all the time. Love them.
Right, yeah.
Love
so
they just had a baby.
That's their favorite lake, and we kind of mimic their route.
Her cinematography.
Amazing, right?
Well, you
Out
got
of this world.
You got to ask her how many hours she puts into it.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. I'm sure it's insane, but I know she does. Part of that is her career.
Yes,
she does that for a living. Right. I would love to just sit with her and watch.
Yeah, I know. Amazing.
She's a software developer and engineer that works with Apple.
Yeah, like she got like stuff with that. It was crazy. I know. I think they're really
I love them. They're so cute.
I know, aren't they? I know. We should get them on here. It'd be really fun.
Yeah.
So you guys have a logo, which I think Laura made, right?
Yeah, Laura designed it.
I know. It's so cute. Do you guys have like an online store? Like, how can people get your stuff?
So pretty much through giveaways. We have a small selection of shirts and some stickers and stuff. Also, a big way to get something from us is if you see us on trail. So if you run into us on trail, say hi. Chances are I probably got a t-shirt or a sticker on me.
Wow. Talk about shaving weight, not.
Yeah. So not on the longer trips. I'm not going to bring shirts on the longer trips, but I always have a load of stickers.
We just give them our shirt.
Yeah.
Just wear the logo shirt if you meet us. You get to take it.
Yeah. So.
Oh, that's really sweet.
Yeah.
Okay.
No online store, but so every once in a while we do giveaways, especially through Instagram.
Yeah.
So if anybody follows us there, that's a good place to get it. We're gunning towards our 4,000 watch hours, which we don't have. We're very, very close. Nice. So I think maybe once we hit that, we might do a giveaway. So,
I love it. Okay.
Yeah. So watching videos.
Yes. Okay, here we go. So everybody go watch them. Go pick them up. YouTube, husband and wife, outdoor life. Awesome. Love it. And Instagram, you're kind of new to Instagram-ish. Like, I think it's been a new...
Laura is teaching me slowly.
Well, she's done good.
Yeah.
You're doing great.
Yeah, new to Instagram.
So definitely get them up. Yeah, maybe you could do like a little Instagram when you hit like 500 or something on Insta or whatever like that. That'd be kind of fun. I love it. Very cool. So we have our t-shirts on Teespring. Have you thought about Teespring?
Yeah, I have. We just haven't gotten around to doing it. Yeah, but a lot of YouTube groups actually use that.
They're not bad.
It's okay. I mean, there's no out of pocket for you, right? So, which is really
that's
nice.
good.
So, very cool. Well, we always say our show is going to be an hour.
Yeah.
It has never been an hour yet. Which I love.
Yes.
I know, right?
Good conversation, Carrie.
100%. And I didn't even get to like half my questions.
I
know. I'm a person.
We got it through storms.
Yeah, we got lots of papers. It's so good. You guys
just setting up for a sequel.
Yeah. Well, you know what? We had said what would be really cool to do is to do a like a Hollywood Squares of like backcountry couples. Having a whole bunch of people like chatting together. I think it'd be really fun.
Square?
I don't know who gets center square. I have to like flip forward or something. I don't know. Yeah. Oh, Blake said, can you put their link in the chat?
I just did. So.
Oh, you just did it? Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you. Okay. Awesome. You'll love Blake. He's awesome too. But yeah, so you guys are super fun. I'm excited. We have to get out. We have to plan something. I don't know what that looks like, or everyone's super busy, but maybe in the fall, whatever that is. But
yeah,
it'd be fun to connect on trail and all that fun kind of stuff for sure. For
Yeah,
sure.
definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You guys have been awesome. Thanks, Mom, for joining in.
Love you, Mom.
Usually our moms join in, but they didn't tonight.
No, they
No.
must be busy.
No,
Should do
exactly.
a mom meetup.
Yeah. Right on. Exactly. That's awesome.
Well, hey, we're gonna drop you down and we're gonna do our little outro, and we'll get back with you.
Bye.
Thank you so much,
Yes.
Matt.
Thank
Nelson.
you.
You're
Loved it.
awesome. You are so welcome. Stop it.
No,
That was so much fun. I actually got like a lot of energy.
yeah,
I am excited.
it's like static.
I know. I couldn't sit still. I was like really excited to
You
chat.
never
with
sit
them.
still.
Well, I'm kind of wiggly, but it's fine.
Kinda.
A little bit.
You are wiggly
Sometimes. So
all the time.
we got a lot going on. This is so much fun. Right?
Tis.
And Matt and Ashley, you guys are so amazing. So thank you so much for that. Awesome to meet you. So wow, so awesome. And yeah, what do we got going on, honey?
What do we have going on
We have
in regards to what? There's a lot going on. There's a lot going on.
We
over there.
do. So actually, a couple things. One is our second half of our video is gonna be out on the weekend. So day 2 of the what were we doing again? What was that? What was I just editing?
The hike.
I know. I can't think of what one we were on. Oh, the Fife Lake Loop. I forgot.
Need some
Anyways,
help?
day 2. Yeah, I do. Day 2 of that's on the weekend, which is awesome. Thank you so much for everybody who joined in tonight. Super fun. And yeah. So again, if you like what you see, make sure you subscribe.
Yep.
Not make sure. Just please subscribe. Hang
that
out.
button. Ding that bell.
Every Monday we do a post on Instagram and we do a little message on YouTube. So it will tell you and showcase who our backcountry couple is going to be for the upcoming week.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, another one next week. Crazy. It'll be episode 9. Again, thanks to Mickwick. Right?
Yes.
Yes. So go check them out. We love them. And like I said, they provided a nice little thank you gift for our backcountry couples. So we'll make sure that we...
That's right side up.
Was it upside down?
Yep.
Yeah, it happens. It's all good.
Or what? Did I have it upside down?
I don't know. It's hard to tell whether... And I don't know.
Well, that's why their logos goes that way.
That's
and that way.
right. I don't know if John's going to end it, but I hope everybody liked the Michigan and the Michigan State rival. Anything to say, honey?
Go blue.
I was waiting for that.
All right, y'all. We'll see you on the next quest.
Yeah, we will see you next week.
Take care. Peace out. Have a great weekend.